This game is part of a statewide basketball series. Between the Glenbard North
Hello and welcome here from Bartlett, Illinois at Bartlett High School here for the sectional semifinals between the 2-seed York Dukes and the 3-seed Glenbard North Panthers. Both these teams familiar with each other, faced off in the regular season. That final score 43-39 in favor as starting lineups are being introduced right now. Luca DeSanto alongside me, John Finucane. Before we go anywhere, we would like to warn you there is some signal issues here in this gym, so the connection for this game might be spotty and might be audio only at some points, but we will try and give you as best a picture as we can. As both teams are coming out, starting out with GBN. John, tell us a bit about the run that both of these teams have been on to get here.
Well, I know you talked about it earlier. York, GBN, we've already met up before. We also announced that game, so, you know, we're both very familiar. Also, two Jack Tosh teams coming in here. York did win that game, but that will fool you. GBN has been on a really hot start since that loss at York. I mean, they've been a shooting team through and through. They've been on a bunch of lists for Sun Times. Michael O'Brien, Max Krebs has been getting them. They're a little tip to their hat, so it's impressive that they're here again with York. And I mean, York has just been on a Cinderella season run, as everybody described it. But it's not just a Cinderella run. I mean, it's shooting, it's defensive possessions, it's the big men downstairs that have been really impacting them. And I mean, as you hear, the starting lineup, the starting cheers are going on here in this gym.
Yeah, Glenbard North also has been known historically as playoff risers as a team entirely. I mean, 2 years ago, the same script happened where these two teams played each other. York dominated them in the regular season, and they had a battle in the sectional championship 2 years ago at Addison Trail, and Glenbard North ended up upsetting the Dukes on a prayer shot from Jack Shager. Now George Shager on this Glenbard North team, who is only a sophomore but is arguably a bigger threat than his brother already. And you look at the backcourt of this team as well with Lamari Carpenter and Oturu Rendento. I mean, they're both big guards. They play to each other's strengths. And Matt Welch, who just committed to St. John's in Minnesota, the big man down low, him and Hunter Stepanek are definitely going to have a battle, as they did in that regular season game, both holding each other to low stats. So I'd expect a lot of perimeter shooting from this game. Both these teams have perimeter shooters.
Yeah, I mean, Joseph Luby is our York Duke shooter. I mean, he's been hot all season. Went on a little cold streak coming into the GBW game. He was kind of cold, but today, hoping that he's coming back here, going to look great. And thankfully, Hunter Stepanek is back. He was on minutes during that GBW game, but now he's here back. Going, and he's in that starting position. Did hurt his knee during senior night. And tip-off is underway here.
Packed out gym here tonight at Bartlett. You can really see the true mass of this gym. Far bigger than the main gym. Tip-off is underway. It starts with the Dukes. Will O'Leary taking this one across half, being guarded by Chilton. Swings it over to Luby, now Poku.
I mean, as you see, there's already a fight down low, just trying to play that man-to-man coverage that the Dukes have kind of been hard to breach all season long.
Rennick at the free throw line, drops it inside. Stepanek gets it stolen away by Welch, though, and Rendento takes it the other way. That ball tipped. Carpenter with the save, though.
Yeah, something that you really don't see from Stepanek as being one of the taller guys there.
Oturu Rendento, left wing, guarded by Stepanek. Steps into a three. Just off the back iron, Stepanek pulls that one down, gives it up ahead to Poku. Here go the Dukes in transition, where they are most lethal. They slow it down. Stepanek back out. Poku.
You know what kind of tripped me out is the shot clock is on. I thought the shot clock was going to be in effect, and I was like, the Dukes might struggle here. They like to really form out their plays here, but as you see, it's just on from before.
Shot clock will be in full effect next season, and Luby is fouled on his way in.
Luby with a new pair of kicks. Look at him. He usually has those black and red ones, but now he's got
black and like an orange tip.
Yeah, a little.
Foot.
He's got playoff shoes tonight. Speaking of new things, Jackson Rennick with his new haircut. Great story.
Yeah, second appearance only.
Yeah, great story behind that. If you don't know, I mean, he told his boys. Apparently, this is what I've heard, that if they made it to, regionals, sectionals, whatever, he would do the Dennis Rodman. And now we got our own very Dennis Rodman here in the great state of Illinois. Luby's second free throw will be good. That'll be the first points of tonight.
George Shager gives us one in the corner to Chilton. He drives inside, picks up, outside. Carpenter open for three. Left it short. Welch is fouled on the rebound, though.
That's a shot you really don't see Carpenter miss very often unless he's really pressed, but he got a decent bit of distance between him and O'Leary. Surprised he didn't miss it. I was waiting to call out the Carpenter three there.
He had a fantastic Jack Tosh, averaged just about 17 points per game, but he was shut down in that regular season game he played. Welch throws that one off Stepanek, recovers, fades away, air balls, and it's taken away by York.
Interesting play there, to say the least.
Stepanek down low, got it swiped away by Rendento.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a shot. This is going to be a fight in the perimeter.
Carpenter fouled on his way inside. You saw him right there, just put his head down, trying to go to work. That's what he does best.
Exactly, Luca. I mean, this is two gritty teams that have already faced each other, so they know what's at stake. The first time they met, it was not a take it or go home. Now this is go home or win.
Poku guarding Carpenter, gets a screen from Rendento, steps into one. No good. O'Leary and Poku have trouble controlling that one, and it's staying with GBN.
Again, another miss from Carpenter. I don't want to feel like a broken record, but that's just not a shot you see him miss. Hopefully he can get hot tonight to give GBN a decent lead here.
Welch driving, gets stopped by Stepanek. Carpenter goes inside, tough layup. Can't get the putback to fall either. Stepanek layup no good. We got a foul down low going GBN way.
Yeah. Yesterday, me and Luca were here scouting out the Wheaton Warrenville South versus GBE game. Incredible game. And now we're here, and I mean, Bartlett Gym is just such a beautiful gym. One of my new favorites, except for that Bennett gym that I heard is like a little stadium.
It's not a four-sided gym, but it is definitely a deep two-sided one. Carpenter gives us one out. Shilton in the corner for three. That's his spot.
And that'll be the first official points of the night. Going for that three.
Luby right wing giving it to Rennick. Now O'Leary on the trailer. Almost gets that one tip, but Rendento fouls him.
Ooh, and Luby down, I mean not Luby, O'Leary went down pretty hard on that one.
Stepanek gets it, gives it to Rennick. O'Leary guarded by Chilton in the corner. Luby drives inside, tough floater, got it over Rendento.
And that'll give you a little tie for the Dukes here to match that three from earlier.
Welch, left wing, goes inside on Rennick, kicks out. Shager at the free throw line, backpedals it. Welch trying to create on his own. Tough against this Duke's zone. Rendento kicks on the drive. Welch for three. Got it.
That was just a clean shot right there for Rendento.
Rennick goes in, finds Luby, kicks out to match. Off the high backboard, Stepanek there for the putback. He's blocked twice in a row. O'Leary there for the third effort.
And O'Leary just puts that one off the glass. Looks like Stepanek is going to have a lot of trouble tonight. I mean, you hear this gym just explode with chants from both student sections here. Free throws are going to be a danger zone for both teams.
Stepanek tips that one away. Chilton still fighting for it with Rennick. Here goes Luby on the fast break. Gets it stripped away, staying with York.
Yeah, that's a good call there for the ref. Looks like Luby tried to take a little pump fake. Knew he was right behind him, but that ball just took a stop on his foot.
Stepanek gets it in the corner. Now O'Leary. Poku driving inside, feeds it. Rennick, tough layup, got it.
That'll give the Dukes the lead right there. That's a nice little play for Rennick.
Shager drives, kicks, Carpenter out to Rendento. Inside, Chilton. Fixes the net.
Yeah, it looks like he just went right over Stepanek. I mean, maybe this first call back is going to be a little difficult for him to get back in the Duke's groove.
Poku trying to find a post look, gives it into Stepanek. Fighting, gives it out. O'Leary from range, just strong.
Looks like just try to make that right there.
Welch, sidestep, back out. Carpenter finds a lane, picks up his dribble. Nice, fancy footwork right there.
Ooh, that'll definitely hurt him there.
Makes it a 10-7 game now. Minute 41 left here in the first. Poku drops it. Stepanek fighting with Chilton, and no jump ball, but a foul called.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the similar thing that we saw yesterday, Luca. If you were not aware, there was a little bit of an arm grab for a technical. I thought that was what's going to happen. Stepanek looked like he had a little bit of a red face, ready to kind of go at him there.
Campus and Osgadome check back in. Rennick and O'Leary check out.
So that'll complete that first little starting lineup that Dunn has just had so much good work with this season.
Poku gets this one all the way in the backcourt off the inbound. Looks like Burnison is also going to try and check in. Osgadome on the kick. Moving it to Campus. Campus going to work, spinning. Tough look, got it.
And that's that big Georgetown body for you there. Can't stop him.
Nice force to have off the bench. Coach Dunn calls it his wrecking crew, all of his big men that he has at his disposal that is able to shut down any team from inside and respond offensively.
Hey, I mean, when they're that big and they do stuff like that, you can call them whatever you want. Final 50 seconds here to play.
Chilton fakes. Carpenter to Welch. Shager drives, kicks. Chilton inside. Rendento out to Shager for three. Rims around and out. Chilton pulls down the offensive board, and we got a jump ball between him and Luby.
Looks like that position arrow is going to go York's way.
Stays with GBN, actually.
Oh.
Stepanek checks out. Burnison checks back in. Stepanek no longer on a minutes restriction, but was against Glenbard West after injuring his knee on senior night at the end of the regular season.
And that was such a terrible time to happen. I mean, obviously a terrible injury as well. But glad he's back in at least full capacity.
.20 seconds left here in the first. Shager holds up top, gives it to Carpenter. Now back to Shager. Carpenter finding an opening, going to work over Campus. That layup no good. Poku taking it the other way. 2 seconds. Poku got a good look at the horn. Ooh. Just off right. And that is how this first quarter ends. Glenbard North up 1, score 10-9. Looks like it's going to be as good a battle as we thought, John, between the 2 and the 3 seed in this sectional.
I mean, I better get some popcorn from concessions because this game is going to be a fun one.
With that, we will step away shortly. Do not go anywhere. Second quarter coming your way. You are watching the IHSA sectional semifinals here on York Sports Network. We welcome you back here from Bartlett, Illinois. Score 10-9 in this sectional semifinal matchup between the Dukes and the Panthers. Glenbard North up 1 against a 2 seed. Osgadome gets a screen from Campus up top, moving around the horn to Poku. Now inside to Campus, backing down, going to work. Another layup falls for him. Takes back the lead.
And that's how Costa moves. I mean, he's got that little shimmy side step that just works every single time, and it's hard to block him, even though he's not one of the taller kids on that court tonight.
Shager feeding this one to Rendento in the corner. Rendento, catch and shoot three. Left it short. Carpenter goes skying in for that board. Another one, and he gets that one to fall over campus.
I mean, that's got to be at least 3 attempts for him there, and the final one just falls.
Lead goes back to GBN. Poku inside campus. Blocked from behind again by Rendento. Putback is long, and Carpenter pulls it down. Here goes GBN on the break. Welch, fake, drive, kick, Shager, Chilton, Rendento, got that one stripped. Coach Dunn looking for a travel there. Burnison picks up the ball, and we got a jump.
Looks like it's going to be Rendento versus any tall man out there.
Rendento kind of got jumped on there by Burnison. Gets up gingerly there.
I mean, hey, always put your body on the line for that, but do you want to put another player's body on the line?
Burnison and Osgodome come out. Stepanek and O'Leary come back in, so it's going to be GBN's ball on an inbound from under the basket. Carpenter to trigger. Giving this one to Shager. Goes inside, kicks. Rendento tries again from 3. That one won't fall again. Shager is there for the offensive rebound. Rendento spinning free. Welch gets fouled there on a hip check.
That's an interesting call, but looking like just this entire GBN offense right now is just trying to breach through these 2 York bigs, Costa and Hunter. It's not really working, and Oskodome will come in for Poku. Poku, one of those guys who they really need out there, so they don't want to worry him with any foul trouble so far.
Carpenter steps into a deep one. No good. Rebounded by D. Alexander, who's just checked in. Tight rotation run here by Coach Tan of GBN. O'Leary inside campus, has trouble holding that one. Kicks it back out to O'Leary. They reset up top.
That's a nice save for Costa. I thought his foot was going to go down, but he made that one look easy.
Luby, step back 3, top of the keys, not going to fall. D. Alexander comes down with it. Carpenter fake, give, Welch to D. Alexander. Carpenter fouled inside. And I'm interested to see if they're going to call this one. Yeah, they're going to call this one on O'Leary.
Would have been a block right there. You know, like you said earlier, GBN has a tight rotation, but a big bench. I mean, a lot bigger than York's, but York does run a more fluid rotation. They put in Carter Heron, Will Greedus, and Will Vlahos as well. Or no, John Vlahos, sorry. So it's a very big rotation with 4 or 5 extra guys that they can throw in at their disposal. But a lot of these better teams, not better, but bigger teams like GBN, kind of with a tight rotation. They know who works out.
Carpenter goes 0 for 2 from the stripe on that trip. Very uncharacteristic of him.
This is not his night here, Luca.
O'Leary holding right wing, being picked up by D. Alexander. O'Leary trying to create, drives inside, tough angle, got it, plus the foul.
There we go, O'Leary.
Now shooting for a 3-point play. Foul charge number 5 to Alexander. His first.
O'Leary converts on the and one. It's a 14-12 game now.
Scoreboard here is a little late.
Rendento has trouble holding that one. O'Leary falls. Double pickup there. Shager drives from the high corner, and he's fouled by Stepanek.
It's a high foul game for the Dukes so far here, Luca. I mean, kind of interesting. You don't really see York foul a lot. And there's 4 players with at least 1 so far in the second quarter, which is very uncharacteristic for this Dukes team. It's just kind of shows you how head-to-head these teams are being right now.
Well, I mean, you do see it a lot more in the playoffs. I mean, obviously emotions are higher between both parties, and the whistles do tighten up a bit with referees. They look far more carefully than they usually do in the regular season, because you want to make sure you're not missing anything that may cost a team's run to state.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to No Shot Clock podcast, and they were talking about the refs just like you described them here, Luca.
Carpenter steps into a 3 from the left wing. This time it's online. Retakes the lead for GBN at 15-14. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the first half.
And that'll wake up Carpenter, hopefully, but hopefully not for the Duke fans at home.
He has 7 points now for the Panthers. O'Leary going inside on the response, and he's going to get called for a walk there. Just bumped right into Alexander, and they didn't call a foul.
Would have been a good play without the call, just because he had Stepanek right in that open lane, pass it to him.
Shager to trigger on the inbound now for GBN. They lead by 1. Rendento almost got fouled there by O'Leary. Now Carpenter driving inside, Euro step, lay blocked by Stepanek. Off the backboard, recovered by Rennick.
That one almost got blocked back into the hoop. You saw that one, Luca?
I've seen that before. I believe that happened for the Dukes against, I think, Bartlett.
I mean, hey, what a way to go.
Luby, mid-range shot, got it. Both teams just exchanging buckets right now. Multiple lead changes.
Yeah, and it looks like that it's going to stick with the home team here.
Rendento in the corner, ball tipped and stolen. Osgadome taking it the other way.
That's a nice tip there. Dunn saw something he didn't look like.
Rennick gets the ball stolen away there by Shager. Good double coverage by him and Welch inside. Rendento drives, tough layup. Got it to fall. And we got a timeout called by Coach Ton. 17-16 now, the Panthers lead. When we come back, we will see how the Dukes will respond on the other end. Do not go anywhere. You are watching the IHSA sectional semifinals here on York Sports Network. We welcome you back. Score 17-16 in favor of Glenbard North over the Dukes. Out of the timeout called by Coach Ton of GBN.
Interesting timeout to call. Interesting time. You were kind of had the lead right there with that nice little layup.
After that timeout, Chilton comes back in. Alexander subbed out for GBN. Stepanek with this one up top. Luby coming around. Gets a screen. Trying to find an opening. Rennick up top with it. Osgadome trying to get free. O'Leary Going to work inside, reverse layup, he got it. What a fancy finish there from the sophomore guard.
Yeah, I mean, hey, way to be for him. O'Leary has been showing out ever since now.
Carpenter in the corner to Shager, sidesteps, gives it back out. Carpenter almost had an opening there on O'Leary. Takes it back out up top, gives it to Chilton. Rendento now holding. Going inside, Carpenter. GBN just cannot find a look from the perimeter, and they know that's what they need right now. And we got a foul on Rennick.
I mean, you saw it with Oskadome on, well, you saw Oskadome. He was holding against that one player and just was trying to find a look, and he couldn't. 2 times he tried to find a look, and Oskadome was right on him like a magnet. I mean, it's going to be a tough shooting night. If Carpenter can't get hot and the rest of this GBN team can't get hot either, the Dukes, I'm sorry to say, is going to end your run here tonight.
Shager to Welch for 3. No, rebounded by O'Leary over Chilton. York taking it the other way. A minute left here in the first half. Stepanek looking. Luby loses control there, and he's fouled by Carpenter.
Carpenter, again, rocking those mismatched shoes we saw in the Tosh. I mean, the purple and the yellow really good, looks good on him.
The junior guard always comes with a little bit of swag to his game, and he plays with that sense of pride.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he's one of the best guys out on the court at any moment, so he plays with it too.
Oskadome gets this one in the backcourt. 45 seconds to go. Luby back to Oskadome. Campus swings. Luby tries from 3 in the corner. He got it. 21-17 now. It's a 2-possession lead. The first one for either team here. O'Leary on the steal. Recovers in the corner. Luby down low. Goes up, and he's blocked again by Rendento. No, we got a foul instead.
I mean, Luca, I was just excited that Luby 3 finally dropped for him, but then that poke away by O'Leary saved, almost went out by the bench, turns around and throws it down low. Now O'Leary to shoot his free throws.
First one falls.
Makes that first one. He's a guy that, honestly, you don't want to foul at the right moments. If he's hot, he's going to make them all. But if it's earlier in the game and he's a little cold, just getting off the bench, it's going to be a little bit harder for him to make both.
Yeah, despite the Duke's dominant win over Glenbard West, he really couldn't find his touch from 3 that entire game. But he was still able to give them a nice push at the end to really solidify their dominant victory.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually a team or a kind of a conference team that you want to beat, and he's played very well in conference championships.
Welch, tough take inside is good. 2 seconds left. O'Leary from half at the horn. Off right. And that is how the first half of this sectional semifinal game will end. Score 23-19 York with a nice 2-possession lead here, but Glenbard North definitely firing back. Like I said earlier, both teams just exchanging buckets right now. But if it's a bucket exchange, you want to have the 2-possession lead.
Exactly. I mean, this is just such a great way. Lamari Carpenter is something I want to highlight in this game. He needs to get his shot off, and Luby has just found the heat source of this Duke's offense. I could see a lot more of a growth lead in this game for Joseph Luby if he can get his shot to fall like he has all season.
With that, we will step aside. Second half of this IHSA sectional semifinal game coming soon. You are watching York Sports Network.
Hello and welcome back to York versus GBN. I am John Finucane, alongside me is Luca DeSanto. A couple things I'd like to highlight as we're coming back from this game is just the shooting performance from both teams. I mean, Joseph Luby being able to find his shot a little late in this game is kind of concerning for a lot of Duke fans. I mean, he's one of those guys that Coach Dunn really likes to rely on. Sawyer Oskadome and Nathan Poku and Will O'Leary coming in, though, helping out as they usually do, could be very beneficial to extend this lead from just a 2-point possession to now maybe a 6 if it goes up to it. With the final 11 seconds in halftime here, I mean, again, Lamari Carpenter not being able to find his shot is also concerning. He's one of those guys that their coach really relies on. They relied on them in the game to bring it to be a close game, and now he's not been able to find a shot. I think he's only have 7 points. Yes, 7 points as of right now. And Joseph Luby has 10, so kind of trailing in his usual average of at least maybe 11 or 12. But still, as Nathan Poku inbounds this one to Will O'Leary. O'Leary now half court, bringing this one, motioning Luby. Luby almost at a double team. Heavily pressed from Lamari Carpenter. Throws it out to Poku, top of the key. Poku moving, gets a screen from Rennick. Drives inside, out to Stepanek. Stepanek finds Luby. Luby almost had a shot, gets poked away by Lamari Carpenter. Lamari on the fast break, shoves around Poku, just out. That'll be jumped up. Come down with it.
Welch giving this one in the corner. Carpenter driving, gets doubled on the closeout. Out to Welch for 3. He got it.
I mean, that's how to wake up an offense there. Now just a 1-point game here. Still a lot of time to play here, Luca.
Stepanek inside, feeds it around, gives it out to Poku from range. Can't get that one to fall. Taken in by Welch.
Poku's got a very interesting jump shot right there, a little slowing down one.
Shager, top of the key, 3 is good. Retakes the lead for Glenbard North, and a quick timeout is going to be called by Coach Dunn.
I mean, that's the right call there. 2 missed assignments that resulted in 3s. That's the worst case scenario that you want as a Dukes fan. Dunn does not look happy one bit.
With that, we will step aside shortly. You're watching the IHSA sectional semifinals here on York Sports Network. Welcome you back. Score 25-23 in favor of GBN.
Yeah, this one will be inbounded here, and honestly, I think the crowd here is growing for GBN significantly. A little bit of a farther team than York.
O'Leary's pass just too high there for Luby. Turnover by the Dukes right out of their own timeout. And GBN is starting this half on a 6-0 run, going 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Hopefully not going to be an Illinois-UConn 30-0 run here. Looking like that score now.
Or exactly what the Dukes did to Glenbard West, just basically shut them out that entire second half coming out of the locker room. Carpenter feeding this one to Welch, now back out. Steps into a 3 off the catch. Not going to go, rebounded by Stepanek.
I wouldn't say the Dukes are a second half team, but they definitely do make a lot of changes towards the second half.
Poku loses control of that ball. Back-to-back turnovers for the Dukes.
And one of the bench players of GBN is a little too excited. I've seen him hit the electric guitar on things, and I've seen him jump up.
It's important to have a bench mob, obviously. Here in the playoffs, there's so many call-ups, so the bench expands by a big portion. Ball stolen by O'Leary. Here he goes on the fast break lay. It's good. Ties it back up at 25 apiece.
And that'll be the answer for the couple of mistakes that the Dukes have made out of the locker room. Hopefully a little confidence boost here
Welch steps into a three. Comes up short on that one. Rennick taking it the other way, putting his head down, going to work. Tough angle layup won't fall. Stepanek is there for the cleanup and retakes the lead for York.
Honestly, Rennick had a good look there. Just a bad shot up. But honestly, was it a bad shot if you got Stepanek down low?
Rendento loses control of that ball. Last out on him, it's Duke's ball.
And it'll be George Redfern to make sure the refs saw where that ball went out. That student section really helped out during the GBW game. Was on the court almost.
O'Leary operating. Rendento taking this one away from Stepanek. He goes the other way and recovers. Luby off the catch from three. That one is short. Stepanek, another putback is good.
That shot looked like it was going to hit the side of the backboard, but Stepanek went up with two hands and grabbed it down. Put it up for his own two right there.
Welch getting it across half. Now to Rendento. Carpenter from deep three-point range. Not going to fall. Shager over three Dukes, but turns it right over to Luby. They clear this one out in the backcourt, and they take it the other way.
That is the Dukes' confidence that is needed.
Poku getting free. Backpedals it outside. Gets a screen from Stepanek. O'Leary gets a screen from the left wing. Steps into a mid-range shot. No good, taken away by Welch. Rendento up ahead, pushing the pace. Going inside by himself, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Rennick looks a little gassed there. Costa Campus ready to check in after this free throw attempt here.
Rendento, that shot looked like it was a laser, but it is online for him for the first one.
I don't remember where we saw it, but there was somebody shooting a free throw where they just kind of threw it forward.
Kind of a Joakim Noah-ish form if you're able to do that.
Oh, it was at the Flint Tropics game.
Might have been. Second one rattles in. And a timeout's going to be called by Coach Ton of GBN. They trail by 2 now. Again, these teams just exchanging buckets, but the Dukes with the possession lead. That might benefit them ultimately.
Something I'd like to cover, I'm a very big Nathan Poku fan. I mean, I love seeing him, the come-up story, but he's got to really fix those passes and those catches. A lot of times, those have really jeopardized the Dukes. And the 2 turnovers kind of resulting in his thing.
Yeah, him and O'Leary just haven't seemed on the same page here, operating with each other up high. Got to make sure you're with one another.
Yeah, especially in a game like this where it's so close. It's going to definitely be a high-scoring game just because of how these teams are, and a close game as well. Nobody's going to have that high of a lead, so you're going to have to be on the same page. As we come off this break, it'll be Poku to inbound this one to O'Leary. Hopefully they are on the same page off this timeout.
Poku operating up top. Ball tipped. Campus still recovers it down low. Got fouled on his way up. Can't convert, but he's going to go to the stripe for 2 now.
Yeah, worried about when he goes up and he gets kind of hit in the nose there, because earlier this season and last season he had to wear the mask because of his nose. It's kind of his kryptonite. When he gets hit on his nose, he starts to kind of slow down there because he's worried about getting it hurt again. Hopefully there's no Costa Campus mask.
That one, high banking shot is not going to fall.
Dunn just telling him, hey, you're good, chill out. You're going to make this next one.
That's definitely something Campus has improved on as well in the season, his ability to draw fouls. He took a lot of free throw line trips in that regional stretch in both those games.
That GBW game, I think he was almost 100% as he makes that second one here. I think he was almost 100%.
Splits from the line. It's a 3-point game now. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Welch goes inside, hits the deck hard, and Campus is going to pick up a foul on that one.
That's going to be an interesting call. Trying to hear to be quote Michael O'Brien, somebody that we like to look up to. You're not going to have a good call every single time, but when you get one, that one will be rewarding.
Rendento going inside. Alexander has to recover from deep. Carpenter moving this one to Welch. Back to Carpenter. That one's too high. Poku's going to go saving it the other way. Coast-to-coast layup is good.
And that one will put it up 32-27. Nice misread.
Back up to a 2-possession lead. Welch for three. No good. Offensive rebound. Another one there by Shager. Out to Carpenter. Trying to find an opening. Almost loses his step. Rendento from three. No good. That time it's hauled in by Campus.
I'm really liking this Poku and Carpenter mismatch. I mean, you can call it a mismatch, but it's working very well.
Stepanek fakes, goes up, and he's fouled.
Yeah, that'll be a nice call there. Coach Dunn trying to almost out of his shoes there.
Stepanek's first free throw is long. He connects on his second. It's a 6-point lead now for York.
The Dukes have definitely improved on their free throw shooting, especially Coastal Campus, but a little bit Hunter Stepanek wasn't the best his first year off the bench at varsity last year, and he's definitely made an improvement. I mean, not every trip's going to be perfect, but at least you know at least one of those are going to drop for him.
Welch for three. Got it this time.
When you think you got at least a 2-possession lead, Welch comes and just ruins it all for the Dukes.
O'Leary out to Luby. Foul called.
That would have been a nice shot for him.
That's an offensive foul as well. Glenbard North looking to go on a run of their own here.
So they will switch out. It'll be Burnison is for Stepanek and Oskadome in for O'Leary. Interesting switch there. I think they're going to want their shooters Luby and Oskadome out there a lot of the minutes there.
Rendento out to Carpenter, guarded by Luby. Poku switches on to him. Welch goes inside, and he's strong on the layup, but we got a late whistle and a blocking foul called on Burnison.
I got to say, that was all ball, but hey, I mean, and the Duke section is letting them have it there. Hopefully they can get some energy up to...
First one's short.
To make a miss, just like he did on that first one.
And the second one is good.
That'll be a 2-point lead for the Dukes, starting to dribble down as the final 1 minute and 10 seconds in this third quarter will happen.
Campus out on the Dukes there.
I will always say, I can never be a ref. I never will be a ref. And I always give them praise, but can you?
It was a 3-person closeout for Glenbard North. There is no way Campus is the last one to touch that ball.
Hopefully we have a replay. Maybe we'll look at it later and say I got Twitter for a reason, Luca.
Carpenter in the corner now. 45 seconds to go in the third. Glenbard North looking to have a lead heading into the final stage of action. Carpenter operating up top, going inside, slithering his way in, and he's fouled by Luby.
Dunn is doing the travel call. Dunn is not happy one bit. I mean, you put all this work into your team, and if their chances are going to be if their chances are going to be hurt by a couple refs, that's going to be very impactful. My mom is not happy one bit.
First one is good from Carpenter. He went 0 for 2 on his first trip, but starts this one completely successful.
So O'Leary's going to come in for Oskadome, give a little bit more size in the beefy area. This will be a nice and interesting game, coming in for a tie.
And we are tied at 33 apiece.
Final 30 seconds left to play.
O'Leary trying to find an opening, gives it to Campus, fighting his way free, gives it out to Luby in the corner. 16 seconds. Coach Dunn looked like he was signaling for a timeout. 5 seconds. O'Leary no good. Campus gets it back. Got it plus the foul with 3.8 seconds remaining.
And the Dukes fans are on their feet, Luca. How to start the fourth quarter, and what better way with a lead?
Finally catch a break there. Campus there on that offensive rebound, showing his dominant force.
You know, you were able to interview Dunn earlier, and he said, I mean, he's proud of his guys, obviously. I mean, what more can you be? You got to be proud of your guys for this was not anything anybody expected. So any farther than a normal, regular season is very proud. I mean, you got to be proud of them, and that's just one thing. He's proud of them for that.
That free throw long, Welch tries to draw a foul there. Will not be answered. 35-33 your score. The Dukes with the 2-point lead heading into the fourth quarter of this winner-go-home sectional semifinal matchup. The 2 seed versus the 3 seed. Who will come out victorious? We will find out on the other side of this break. Do not go anywhere. You are watching York Sports Network. The bell is ringing. This is the final stage of action here between both these teams. Again, familiar with each other, saw each other in the regular season. That was a 53-49 victory for the Dukes. Also Jack Tosh members, so they did not see each other in that. York was in the consolation bracket. They won that one. Glenbard North made it all the way to the Elite 8 of the championship bracket, but were eventually knocked off by Perspective's leadership. But again, Glenbard North are just notoriously known as playoff risers. I don't know what Coach Ton gets his kids to do, but every single year they come to the playoffs and they just have this new spark.
There's got to be something in the water.
Carpenter open in the corner for 3, not going to fall. Stepanek takes it in, up ahead to Poku.
You can have all that style, but you got to be able to improve. You got to be able to shoot.
Luby in the corner for 3. That one won't fall. Reddick on the offensive rebound. And we got an offensive foul. Rendento giving it to Welch. Shager fakes. Welch goes inside. Gives it. Rendento, tough angle, layup won't fall. Stepanek takes a couple hops there to pull that one down. Rendento comes out from behind, almost takes that one from Poku, but he recovers.
Poku with a close recovery, kind of looking like he made those mistakes earlier and fixed them now.
Stepanek, give one more. Reddick is fouled.
Finally a break for the Dukes here. A little late.
Chilton picks up that foul.
I mean, I feel like every single time I look up, this gym gets more packed as Rennick drops his first one. This is a very big gym, and for this to get at least a little bit packed, that's impressive.
That's Chilton's 4th foul, so he's going to have to come out. D. Alexander comes back in here for GBN. Second one is good as well. 4-point lead now for the Dukes.
Was there a timeout whistle? I heard a whistle.
Just an inbound whistle.
Oh, yes. I guess they're moving where they're going to inbound, so it's going to be a little bit of a break, not a fast.
Some foul is given to O'Leary.
I don't even think he knows.
It's a common foul, so it might have been on the free throw, might have hooked arms with someone or something on the
might have jumped, too.
Free play, that too.
A lot of antics, could have jumped.
Rendento gets that one tipped away by O'Leary, but he recovers. Here's a 4-on-5 opportunity. Shager outside for 3. Not gonna fall. Rennick pulls it down. O'Leary taking it the other way with 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Switching gears, Poku. Back out to O'Leary. Rennick fakes. Gives it back out. Poku inside. Stepanek gets doubled. Luby, a 3. Off the front of the iron. And no jump is going to be called. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Luby.
Poku shows shocked he can't move.
That's his 3rd now. No, they're going to call that one on Stepanek. Correction. That's his 2nd.
The scoreboard operator has been very difficult to understand here. Mr. Dowdy could never.
D. Alexander. Carpenter at the volleyball line. Shager operating. Carpenter gets an opening, goes inside. Poku mounts him there for a sec and picks up the foul.
Finally a foul I can agree on. Finally a foul I can agree on. That's all I'm going to say.
Poku finds himself in foul trouble again. He's up to 4 now, so it looks like Osgodome's going to come in for him after this first attempt.
Thought Jonas Williams just walked in, got really excited. But he is at University of Southern California.
Carpenter's first is good. In comes Osgodome, out goes Poku.
Surprised Greedus has not come in. I mean, he's another one of those big guys, and he was a crucial part in Burnison's downtime during that Glenbard West game. Had whatever's going around here. A lot of people are coming out sick, so.
Carpenter's 2nd is good. It's a 2-point game now with 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go. York trying to get back up to a 2-possession lead. Osgodome to O'Leary. Gets a screen from Rennick. Carpenter almost comes up with that one. It's recovered, though. O'Leary holding. To Rennick now in the corner. Osgodome's going to step into a three. He gets it to go from the corner.
What a way. Nothing but nylon for Sawyer Osgodome.
The junior guard coming up in a clutch situation once again.
Helped out last year tremendously in that team. That was more of a rebuilding year, but this is now the fourth forward.
Welch on the floor for that one. Gives it to Carpenter. He drives inside. Gets it blocked by Stepanek. Luby taking it the other way. Here are the Dukes on a fast break. Osgodome again from three. Got it! It's an 8-point lead.
And he's going to fix the net with that one. The Dukes bench is electric. Looks like there's a little bit of a push foul going on.
So there is a foul. They're going to count the basket. The three-pointer is going to count.
Luca, DeSanto, what am I witnessing right now?
You know, I'm not going to complain about it. At least the basket falls. It was a foul after the basket.
But as the Dukes are now, well, they've been in the bonus. Everything will be a free throw, which is very interesting. The Dukes don't make it to the bonus very often.
Welch's first free throw is good.
They're obviously going to take Jackson Rennick out. No risk for him with 4 fouls, and somebody who, if somebody's going to foul out, it's going to be him.
Back in goes Campus. Poku also in foul trouble as well for the Dukes with 4 personals. Second one is good as well for Welch. So it's a 6-point game. The Dukes still with the lead. With 4 minutes left, we have officially entered crunch time. Carpenter tips that one away. He's going to pick up the foul instead.
Worried about O'Leary's neck there. It looks like Carpenter's head kind of made connection with it. Looks like Poku's going to come in for Sawyer Osgodome now. Maybe a little bit of a cut or something on his shoulder. Feels a little tight. He's going to check out the trainers.
O'Leary getting it across half. Shager playing some tight defense on him. Glenbard North switching into a man here. You can just see the hounding on the perimeter right now. O'Leary drives, gives out. Campus to Poku. 3.5 minutes left. Stepanek down low, goes up, gets it back up to an 8-point game.
Stepanek, the solution for every problem that the Dukes have had just down low.
Drive inside, Welch can't respond.
Clean play by them as well. No blocking foul either.
Stepanek again inside. It's a 10-point lead for York, and a timeout called by Coach Todd. Just a collapse here from the Panthers in the late stages of this game, and the Dukes are capitalizing, making it their time, showing that this is a 2-seed versus a 3-seed.
I mean, like you said, Dunn has always said it, the wrecking crew down low, and I think they do a lot more than just wrecking the boards. I think they wreck kids' seasons.
With that, we will step away momentarily. You were watching the IHSA sectional semifinals here on York Sports Network. We welcome you back. Score 47-37. The Dukes with their largest lead of the game. And it's coming at the best time, 2 minutes, 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
This is definitely, like you said again, crunch time for the Dukes and for the Panthers.
Carpenter sidestep fake, 3. Off mark. Shager, another big offensive rebound, but he turns it over to Luby. 2.5 minutes.
Luby on 1 foot there, trying to keep that one in. Bounce pass from Poku, nice.
Ball tipped by Carpenter, almost saves it from going out of bounds, but it's going to go to the Dukes. And a timeout's going to be called by Coach Dunn. Glenbard North in a much different defensive orientation here. They need to try and figure this one out. This one is not over just yet. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. You are watching York Sports Network. Welcome back. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The Dukes up 10 with possession. Glenbard North trying to make an impossible comeback come to life. Luby open. Layup won't fall. Stepanek again. His third big putback here.
And there has been a lot of nails in this coffin here tonight, Luca. But that one seemed a little stronger.
Shager going inside on Stepanek, gives it out. Welch, a big corner 3, not gonna fall.
This wrecking crew is definitely wrecking the morale of this team. Look at that heavy press, just trying to give it over the line.
Campus up ahead to O'Leary, fast break, layup is good. It's a 14-point lead. Carpenter is fouled on the hip check there by, hopefully not Poku, because that would be his 5th and final.
Yep. I mean, Poku has been playing an incredible game. A little bit of mistakes, cannot hide from that, but
it is on Poku, so he is going to have to check out.
What an incredible game from him. What an incredible season. I mean, we look back at him, not somebody who I really knew until this year, and I've been a fan ever since. Ever since I've saw Nathan Poku check in and his sneakers touch. I mean, just what a kid.
Both teams coming out of their huddles. Osgadome comes in for him.
Osgadome still a little hurt on his shoulder. It felt like he walked off saying it's a little tight. Hopefully he got that checked out before.
First one is no good. I mean, they have just been shut down completely here. Rennick checks back in. Campus checks out. Rennick with 4 personals, but this late of a stage, it really doesn't seem to matter.
I mean, they still have Burnison and Gretus to put in at his position, and Costa as well.
Second one is good. Stepanek is fouled, and it looks like we've reached that point of the game.
This is going to be a long minute 14, Luca. A long minute 14.
O'Leary gets it in the backcourt. He's fouled by Shager, and the Dukes have now entered the bonus. No, we still need one more.
Yeah, it's at 4. We are at 5 though, so everything that we foul is a trip to the line. Carpenter giving Luby a hug.
And a foul before the inbound.
Luby misses Rennick's high five, but they get it back.
They rebound.
They rebound their high five.
Good board.
Good board.
First one is online from Luby. Up to 11 now. Tied with O'Leary and Stepanek for points. Takes his individual lead with that one. 12 points for the junior guard.
Smaller night for points-wise for him, but definitely a big impact tonight.
I mean, it was a low-scoring game. Stepanek, another block. A low-scoring game entirely. You know, and I was looking on the IHSA March Madness app, and every single time York has played someone, I believe except for Bartlett, York has been in the deficit for points per game, but have had a massive lead in regard to points allowed. They allow so few points. They don't score as much, but they're able to control the game. Longer possessions, like you said. It will be interesting to see how they do that next year with the implementation of the shot clock. You're going to have to run a faster offense and have to have a bigger scoring punch than a bigger defensive punch. But it is so serviceable for this season.
Well, thankfully, Coach Dunn is no stranger to the shot clock. Has a lot of plays built around it with the Jack Tosh, as Jackson Rennick's second free throw will go. Jack Tosh Holiday Classic here at York. That has shot clock, so no stranger there. So, and a lot of the younger guys have been with it.
Welch deep three-pointer is online.
It's like he was almost up to Chicago.
You know, I do really appreciate that they have the Illinois map.
I was waiting for like
court.
a half-court shot because we were talking yesterday.
Yes, I want to say the geographical location. Like if it's right in the middle, I'm going to say from Peoria. If it's that top part, you can see Lake Michigan indented from Chicago. Maybe if it can even be so distinct that you could say from Elmhurst.
Yeah.
And out goes this Glenbard North student section. I mean, an incredible season for them. Like I said, they are always playoff risers. The thing about this team, George Shager is a sophomore. Lamari Carpenter is a junior. Oturu Rendento is a junior. This team is not going anywhere. I believe they're going to be an even bigger problem next year and have a serious, serious chance at contending not only in the Jack Tosh, but at the state level.
Yeah, good luck to them next time. Hopefully we see them in Champaign as another three comes down.
These are pure for Welch right now. Unfortunately, too little, too late, finding his stroke. Not at the right time. Luby gets that tip pass, and Welch picks up the foul.
Welch with a little bit of a punch, kind of. Hopefully there's going to be two fights here. One yesterday, and
this will unfortunately be Welch's final high school game. He's playing at the collegiate level, like I said in the beginning, at St. John's in Minnesota. But, you know, he is an emotional guy. We know that about him. Can tell he loves to play, though. That emotion shows.
I mean, this whole team, when you interview them, when you talk to them outside of basketball, I mean, their whole life is just, they love hoops.
They do.
This team is just, like, it's just a big group of guys that just love playing basketball.
Rendento, top of the key three. Left short. They're not going to foul. Reddick has to get it across half before he gets the 10-second violation. It is March, folks, and the Dukes are still dancing. They advance to the sectional championship here. Same spot against Glenbard East on Friday. Final score, 58-44. History will not repeat itself. Glenbard North will fall to the Dukes.
Quick, interesting thing. This is the first playoff regional game that Gabe Piper hasn't ended with the ball in his hand.
Sectionals. Playoff game.
Playoff game. I mean, Luca, what a game. We talked about this all week long, and it has not disappointed. Tonight has not disappointed.
By no means. 58-44 your final. With that, we will sign off here. Special thanks to our amazing crew making the drive out tonight. Johnny Scalzini, Jack Schultz, Zach Silkaitis, Griffin Hanna, Grayson McQuaid, Mateo Rivera, Mr. Dowdy. With John Finucane, I have been Luca DeSanto. We will see you back here at Bartlett on Friday. Good night and go Dukes.
God bless the Dukes.